Good morning. It is October. It is the 4th of October, 7 a.m. And I just want to discuss about full-time work and trading. So I've not been able to trade since last week. And October so far, I've not placed a trade. We do have a deadline for the 19th of October with Samuel & Co. to hit 4%. Currently at 1%. Let me get up my FX book. Should have prepared that on the screen, shouldn't I? One sec. Here we go. So yeah, currently at 1.04%. Been a bit of a roller coaster ride so far. We was up at 1%, dropped down to 0.61%. Now we're up to 1.04%. So that is the problem with hitting targets, is that with a full-time job, it's hard to be on the desk every day in the morning. That is the plan going forward, just that recently I've had bookings that has taken me away from the desk, which is a good thing, because one job can cover the maintenance fee for Samuel & Co, and I've done plenty of jobs, so that is good. But I don't want to be paying Samuel & Co. I want to be hitting that 4%, so I need to be sitting on the desk. Now, talking about October, let's look at USD JPY, because wow, what a move we had yesterday. I discussed this on the stream and the warnings ahead. If we look at the daily, we're up at intervention zone. I've talked about this, it's on my charts, and yesterday at 3 o'clock my time, we had a push to the upside. This is all a 15-minute candle. Push to the upside, went above 150, where obviously there was definitely intervention sells, and look, it pushed down 286 pips down to 147. It's since recovered back above 149. 149 is sort of the bull bear line. And we're hovering around there at the moment. But my analysis was that, everything was shown still going long, but do you want to be long? Because the downside could be potentially quite big. I mean, yesterday, I don't know if anyone was in it on the long side. I mean, just on my quick analysis here, I've not seen the charts for a few days, but if you was buying here, we stop here, I mean, is your stop being slipped that much? Depending on what your leverage is and what size you had, I'm guessing some accounts here have been wiped out. People putting high leverage on, people putting big lot sizes on to try and cash in quick. Those sort of people have been wiped out. So now, with this warning here above 150, I mean, really, do you really get to the long side to take it back to 150, knowing the potential downside is like nearly 300 pips? So for me, on my sheet here, see, my sheet here, my bias is mixed. It's buy sell, which means no trade. So for me, at the moment, USD JPY, I would be sitting aside until it gets back up to that 150 level, and maybe put in some sell stops there. One sec. Is it sell stops or sell limits? Sell limits, isn't it? I'm terrible with these pendings. Anyway, but then what can happen next? See, what's going to happen next is that could people be putting all their orders in here and then what will happen is that the BOJ might flip it up, take those stops out, and then flip it down to push it even lower, because obviously the BOJ don't like it above 150. Someone stepped into the market above 150 and pushed it down dramatically. So that's not a bank, that's got to be some sort of central bank. The BOJ has done something. I had a quick look on the news, can't find much. So it'll be interesting to watch the Flow show later, see what they got to say about it. So for me at the moment, you know, USD JPY, if you are going to be in, I would be in to the short side. Would I be in right now? No. So, you know, all those stops have been that were going for the long side, trying to push it above 150 towards 152 to try and take those intervention levels. You know, they've been swept out for the moment, and we are diverging slightly at these highs. So on the intraday 15-minute, I mean, for me, I don't even be interested when it gets to 150. Watch the reaction, but you may even be too late by the time it gets there. Yeah, I would be tempted to put in some small size here orders, but I'd really want to be on the desk watching it at the time. But the only way you're going to get in, I think, is with orders now around this level. But like I say, the BOJ could push it up to take those stops and then take it down. So it's really, you really have to be on the careful side. I mean, the only thing I would say is if it does get to 150 again, it's just below 150, start putting sell stops in, targeting the previous low, and seeing if you can get some pips that way. That's probably a safer way. But at the moment, yeah, I wouldn't be on the buy side, because your potential downside is like 200 pips. So something I've discussed on this channel since I've been streaming about USD JPY. If you are on the long side, your potential downside is quite a lot, and yeah, it happened yesterday. So anyway, let's look at the cable. So cable, where are we? Put it on the 4 hour. So cable this week is pushed down. Monday, Tuesday. No, it's not right. Yeah, sorry. Monday, Tuesday, which is coming into Wednesday. And yeah, it's been pushed down. We're now into this sort of range here. This is the yearly open price. This is the quarter price. So we're below the quarter open. We're below the yearly open, and we're basing around this level at the moment between 120.50 and 121. So it's still showing to the short side, my bias, but there's no trade at the moment because we need to be up around previous previous support, turning resistance around 121 or just above. And I've put down the potential levels here where it could pull back to 30%, 50%, 70%, just on this daily pull down. So for me at the moment, it's just sitting aside, waiting to see what happens. If we look at dollar, because that affects gold. So with the dollar index, you can see we're basing as well, which is matching cable. Go to the daily. So the daily is pushing up towards this zone of 108 to 107.68. Around this area is where previous support was flipped to resistance. Is it going to act as resistance again? And then we're going to get a weaker dollar. At the moment it's still showing bull. So this sort of area at the moment where we are, is the bull bear line, this zone here, to see where we're going to go next on the dollar. So for the moment, the dollar is still strong, which means gold will be weak potentially, and gold is in this sort of range as well at the bottom here. And we've had 7 days straight. 7 days straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days to the downside. Is it going to be 8? We are oversold, but we could stay oversold for some time. We are in a previous support zone, so the potential to the long side is probably good to go at some stage if it presents itself, but the bias is still showing short. So for me, if it's showing short, we have to wait for it to come back higher to take it down. So at the moment, still no trade. US Swiss, we've got our pending in still. We haven't been triggered. It's still in this range where the S&B held their rates and pushed it up. It's gathered some strength on Monday, but we're here. None of our pendings have been hit yet. So a trade idea. This is very low, like 0.1s and 0.2, very low on the account. It's just a bit of fun. I'll put a video about it. If you've not seen the video, look in my video section, the Euro Swiss idea. So we're still waiting for this. So at the moment we are just sitting aside. Today, like I say, working a full-time job and trading is difficult because I'm not one of these guys that will trade off my phone. I will close positions, change positions, but I will not open positions on my phone. I'm not a lover of putting them pending orders in because I like to see the market at the time. So yeah, it is just sitting aside waiting for a trade. So pound USD, if I get my trade plan ideas, my bias is a sell. Daily's oversold, below quarter and year open, pull back to the 30, previous support watch. So that is where we here at the moment, but I'm looking for it to pull back to this area or this area before getting short again. But that will depend on the dollar. And so the range on the H4 is 1.211 to 1.2051. Yeah, so it's this range, and we're sort of bottom of that range. So my bias is short. It's not presenting the opportunity to go short currently. USD JPY is giving mixed signal, and plus, like I just said, do you really want to be on the long side currently? Not me. Gold, it's looking 7 days straight sell. Actually today at the moment is still on the sell side. Is it going to pull back? Depends on the dollar. Euro Swiss, we're still waiting for our pendings to hit, and the dollar index is up at highs, approaching previous support, turn to resistance. Is it going to turn resistance again? We're in that, we're heading towards that zone. The dollar index is showing oversold slightly, but you know, that can stay like that for quite a while. So at the moment it's just sitting aside, but like I say, working a full-time job means today I can't sit on here all day today. I may pop in for an hour or so, and then I've got to get off again. I may pop in later in today. I'm not promising, but I will be streaming tomorrow, Thursday, a long session to try and get some trades in, because obviously I've got a target to hit for October 19th to hit that 4%. I need another 3%. So that's something we need to wait and see if I can get a trade on. So that's where I am at the moment, you know, working a full-time job and trying to trade is a balance. Plus I've got other things going on. So, you know, I'm sure that many retail traders starting out are having the same problem. How do I trade? You know, do I want to trade the daily charts and stuff like that? No, I want to be on the 15-minute, try and hit those percentages. Just means I've got to sit on the desk more. But when work comes up and it's like a mass booking, I can't reject it. So at the moment, work's taken over, but back on streaming tomorrow, long stream tomorrow from 7 a.m. And today I'm just sitting aside watching, see if we can get a trade opportunity, but it looks like at the moment it's not going to give us that opportunity. So I'm just going to be sitting watching the charts currently for about another hour or so, and then we'll be getting off. But if you're working, you know, tell me about your challenges. Put some comments down below how you're challenging yourself. What are you doing with your trading, and what time frames you're trading? I'm happy on the 15. It's been like a learning curve again, because something I learned back in the day, a long time ago, the 15-minute chart. Was never a lover of the 1 minute, the 5 minute. The 15 minutes is just about right. I would prefer to be on the hourly, but if I'm sitting on a desk during the day, then I need to be on the 15 minute for me. It gives me the intraday levels. And yeah, we shall see what happens today, and see if a trade presents itself. Be careful on the USD JPY, and we'll see if we can get a trade before I go work today. I may, like I say, today's Wednesday, the 4th of October. I may pop back in later today, this afternoon during the New York session, but I can't promise anything. So at the moment, I'm just going to sit back, have my coffee, and see if a trade presents itself. One thing about coming back into Forex has been a bit weird is that ICT, when I first heard about ICT and the chat around about him, everyone thought it was just a scam. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Everyone thought it was just a scam. Now I see that all over the internet, everyone's trading his ideas. I mean, isn't this one of his ideas? A fair value gap? So shouldn't this be pushing back up towards 150? We shall see. I've got a short bias on cable, mixed bias on USD JPY, so no trade, and gold we're on a short bias as well, but currently it's already left us behind, so we'll be waiting for pullbacks. Whether that's going to happen, probably not. Plus money on the desk for about an hour, so probably no trade this morning as yet, but we'll be putting in a full day tomorrow, and I may be back on today for the US session, but we shall see. Like I say, with USD JPY, to be careful on is that, you know, there's going to be quite a few people now seeing this level 151.515, putting the stops just above that. So the next scenario that I wouldn't be surprised to see is that if we do get back up here, that we hit 151, 152 quickly and then reverse and then come down probably below where we've just been hit, 147.29. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Push it up, take out the stops, push it down, take out the stops, and push it lower. You know the BOJ wants USD JPY a lot lower than where we are currently. Right, let's give you a sneak peek into another idea that I've got coming up. Okay, so this is, let's just get rid of that. So this is a demo account. This is a 1 to 3 leverage on Admiral markets, and I'm just going to place a trade. Where are we? USD JPY, aren't we? 15 minute. Let's put chart shift on. Let's take off. Grid. There we go. Right. This is not a trade recommendation, by the way. This is me just testing the leverage. So we're going to do a 0.01. We're going to take it a buy. Like I say, it's falling, so don't copy this trade. And we're going to see what the leverage is. Okay, £2 leverage. That doesn't seem right. I'm just going to go and check that the leveraging on this account is correct. Okay, so that's why it was set to professional 1 to 500. It'd be nice to have a 1 to 500, wouldn't it? But yeah, let's just try that again. I've just changed the leverage. Right. Let's just close this trade out. That was the wrong leverage. I accept. Right. Let's take a buy. This is not trading advice. This is me just testing the leverage. So I'm going to do a buy. There we go. It's a bit better. So it's 40 pounds in leverage. This is set to one. It won't let me go any lower. 1.50. Well, sorry, 1.5 leverage. 1 to 5 leverage. Really, it's going to be 1 to 3. Okay, so I'm just testing an idea here, because what's going to happen, I feel like doing a side project at some stage, taking $20, but, well, so I'll say $20 up to $52,000. It is a trading floor idea from RT. When I produce this plan, I'll do a video about it. This is just a sneak peek of an idea that I'm thinking of. So I can't start from $20. I'm on a 1 to 3 leverage here in the UK, so I'm gonna have to put 200 to 300 pounds in and see if we can spin it up from there. It's going to be high leverage, blown account situation, but I'm trying to find a broker that I can get on with higher leverage, but being in the UK, that is a bit of an issue. We'll just close these out, close the terminal out. So it's just a sneak peek of an idea I have. I've got an account with Admiral Markets. They're really great. It's easy to get money on, easy to get money off. I've traded with them for quite a while. I'm currently with Samuel & Co that use YLDFX. That's more difficult to get on. You have to do a bank transfer, and depending on your bank account, it can be anything from $3 up to £25 just to transfer some cash. Not sure about how to withdraw and how much it would cost. So I'm going to be searching around for another broker. If you've got any ideas what broker I can use for a $20 challenge, please put it in the comments down below. When I do decide to do the $20 to 52,000 in 30 trades, that is the plan that RT from the trading floor has put up. I'll do a full video and go from there and show you what I'll be doing. because potentially, like sitting here just now, I could have done a little trade here for this for the challenge. But yeah, we'll see. A few more steps to go through on the planning side before I do the video. Alright, so let's see what's happened. So cable is dropping through the floor currently, and the DXY dollar index is pushing higher. We could have had a trade, but that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. Right, let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hours just completed. As you can see, we dropped into this range, and the 4 hour has just popped out of it. Is it going to be a false breakout and back into this range, pull to the upside? At the moment, I'm looking around the upside to short, not to go long currently. USD JPY is just going sideways currently. Gold, it's not worth looking at the 4 hour really, is it? It's just doing the same thing. It's not dropped out that range yet. So really we're looking for a pullback to get short again. Yep, so really just sitting aside. In about 20 minutes I should be closing the stream, and then I'll be on tomorrow for the full stream and definitely taking some trades. Didn't take no trades this morning because I ain't gonna be on for a little while, sort of really just catching up on the market because not been trading since last week. I've had a little jump in and out to see what's going on, but look at this drop on USD JPY. Yeah, be careful if you're going long, be careful if you're going short. I wouldn't be surprised if we get whipped to the upside and whipped to the downside at some stage. But yeah, no trade for me at the moment. Just going to sit aside for now.
Which is one of the most important things that you need.
For the dollar, it's all about this area here. We're between zones here. Let's get on daily. Between these zones. So on the 4 hour, potentially could pull back from here. But there's something to keep an eye on. USD JPY is pulling back slightly. Look at that on cable, wicked out on cable. But that's going to be me done. Work and trading. It's difficult work and trading at the moment. It's USD JPY pulling back at the moment. Wicked out on cable. And sitting at the desk and working, need to hit these targets for Samuel & Co. by the 19th. So we'll be trading tomorrow. And I've got so many other things on the go. But yeah, got to prioritise and get things in the bag and get the plan going. So yeah, probably won't be streaming the rest of the day today. Got things to do. So I'll be back on the desk tomorrow 7 o'clock, and we're going to be taking some trades tomorrow. Stay safe. Be careful on USD JPY if you're long or short. I think the stops could be swept either side. I'm sitting aside at the moment. Catch you tomorrow.